management is where there's a lot more that needs to be done, and that's clearly one area that's coming out as a guidance, as a place to invest your time, your leadership bandwidth in. CIO needs to consider themselves for senior leadership positions. Most importantly, one is the one at the bottom, can leverage, align IT with business. This is where a lot of CIOs have played back to us that they're not getting the due recognition where they can actually do more than just technology leadership. Now this is a fantastic insight into where we need to play more and do a lot more work. Look at this slide very carefully, look at this chart very carefully. Interestingly, 23% of CEOs, these top 100 companies, feel their CIOs are ready for the board. And only 12% of CFOs feel their CIOs are ready for the board. Now you know that you work closer to the CFOs, more closely than probably the CEO. So there is a gap here, which probably as a community you can work towards and sort of address. We have hosted some workshops in that context where we got, for example, Sumaran Maha from GCI, the CFO, host a panel between 5 CIOs and 5 CFOs at the CSI convention, National Convention in Pune. So we're trying to do our own bit, but I think as a community there is some insights here which we can take back and sort of see if we can mentor each other or work on a program to address these particular areas, especially the CFO Connect. Must have attributes for senior leadership across the board. When CIOs have talked about where they feel they need to invest their time, insights into the company's business, leadership and ability to develop and manage senior talent. But more importantly, ability to manage change and lead business transformation is one area where I think all the community, CXOs and CIOs feel that CIOs have to do a bit more. But if you look at what we feel at Microsoft is that information technology has been done almost. Now we have to move towards business technology. In that context, the CIO role is not only to just talk about business issues and business challenges, but also to see how can you make your IT agile and transform your IT function for the future. Mahesh talked about social media, changing dynamics in business talks about agility. We talked about cost reduction in the report earlier. Now, how do you bring these three together? How can you have social media as a company if you're going to be stuck in the IT infrastructure or the IT strategies of the past? How do you combine these three together? So we feel that there is an opportunity for CIOs as you look over the next 12 months to transform your IT environment to be set up for the future. Mahesh talked about his experiences where there has not been lucky 3 times, so they're not giving up. They're going to go out and do it. I think that this is the time to discuss it in more detail. If you look at what's happened in the marketplace, we've been through this before, I think this is where cloud comes to play a big role. We at Microsoft see this in our conversations with the CIO community in India, also globally, but more importantly, the CFOs are talking to us. We had a CFO conclave, CFO forum about a month back in Bombay. All CFOs are interested in cloud. They don't know what cloud stands for, but they all wanted to see what cloud is. So we think this is one area where there is an opportunity for the CIO to take a leadership position and be proactively engaged in the conversation. And if you look at, whether it is cloud or client, I see Sirish uses his iPhone, I see Radha uses BlackBerry. Now these will stay. So there is an experience that will combine between the cloud and the client, and that's not going to go away. So for all of you who use iPhone, BlackBerry, Windows 7, the client will be here, but it's going to metamorph into something which connects, which works with the cloud. And in that context, our vision, like to just share with you what we feel is going to happen next 12 months, is that there are 3 screens in a cloud, and this is not how we have done business in the past, but this is where fundamentally we're changing the way we engage with each one of you. And we feel that if you look at the consumer part, people talk about social media, that will impact how companies use technology. One of the terms we use for folks who have joined the workforce since 2000 is millennials. I don't know how many have heard about this word called millennials. So people who have joined the workforce after 2000, they're being named as millennials. People talk about generation X, Y, and Z. These are being called millennials. They want social media. Mahesh talked about digital immigrants. They are the digital natives. So how will this play out? How can you have social media in your company, for your workforce, if you don't have cloud? So we feel consumer experiences will have an impact on how people use cloud in companies. We feel we have the right level of platform solutions that we can bring to the table. But more importantly, I think this will lead to the next wave of productivity where you have a combination of individual productivity and group productivity coming to cloud. Again, I'll not spend too much time into this, but Azure is a platform that we have recently launched in India as well, getting good momentum. I would encourage each one of you to have a look into this. But more importantly, the business technology that's going to be impacting our businesses in terms of cloud is where I feel that CIO community in India can take a leadership position to the next level. We are committed to work with each one of you and the community. That's our sort of charter. And we are committed to sort of work with you and become the trusted advisor. It's a work in progress. We'd like to continue to work that through. And I'd like to sort of, if you have any questions on this, or if you want copies of the research reports we've done, more than happy to share this with you as part of the community. But that's what it is. So thank you very much for your time, and I look forward to interacting with you.